The assertion that Americans are getting poorer is a complex and multifaceted issue, influenced by various economic, social, and political factors. Over the past few decades, the wealth gap in the United States has widened significantly, leading to increasing concerns about economic inequality. While the nation's economy has grown, the distribution of wealth has not been even, and many Americans have seen their real income stagnate or even decline. This trend has profound implications for the middle and working classes, who find it increasingly difficult to maintain their standard of living. One of the primary drivers of this trend is wage stagnation. Despite rising productivity, wages for many American workers have not kept pace. Inflation-adjusted wages have remained relatively flat for decades, meaning that, while the cost of living has increased, incomes have not. This has resulted in a decrease in purchasing power, making it harder for individuals and families to afford necessities like housing, healthcare, and education. For many, the American dream of upward mobility is becoming more elusive. The cost of living in the United States has risen sharply, particularly in urban areas where housing prices have skyrocketed. In many cities, the cost of renting or buying a home has far outpaced income growth, forcing families to spend an increasingly large portion of their income on housing. This leaves less money for other essentials, contributing to a sense of financial instability. Many Americans are now spending over 30% of their income on housing, a threshold often used to define housing affordability problems. Healthcare costs have also surged, becoming a significant burden for many Americans. The rising cost of insurance premiums, deductibles, and out-of-pocket expenses has made healthcare increasingly unaffordable for a large portion of the population. Even with insurance, many Americans struggle to cover medical expenses, leading to high levels of medical debt. The situation is exacerbated by the fact that many employers have shifted more of the cost burden onto employees, further straining household budgets. Education, another critical component of economic mobility, has become increasingly expensive. The cost of higher education in the U.S. has risen dramatically over the past few decades, leading to record levels of student debt. Many young Americans start their adult lives deeply in debt, which can delay milestones such as buying a home, starting a family, or saving for retirement. This debt burden can have long-term negative effects on financial stability and overall wealth accumulation. Another contributing factor to the perceived decline in American wealth is the erosion of the social safety net. Programs that once provided a buffer for those facing economic hardship have been scaled back or have not kept pace with inflation. This leaves many individuals and families more vulnerable to financial shocks, such as job loss, illness, or unexpected expenses. Without adequate support, these events can push people into poverty or deeper financial insecurity. The gig economy, while providing flexibility for some workers, has also contributed to financial instability for others. Gig workers often lack the benefits and protections afforded to traditional employees, such as health insurance, retirement plans, and job security. As more Americans turn to gig work to supplement their income, or as their primary source of employment, they may find themselves with inconsistent income and little financial security. Retirement is another area of concern. Many Americans are not saving enough for retirement, and the shift from defined benefit pension plans to defined contribution plans like 401(k)s has placed more responsibility on individuals to save for their own retirement. However, many workers struggle to contribute enough to their retirement accounts, and some do not have access to employer-sponsored retirement plans at all. This has led to concerns that many Americans will face financial hardship in their later years. The decline in union membership has also played a role in the economic challenges facing many Americans. Unions have historically been a strong force for securing higher wages, better benefits, and improved working conditions. As union membership has declined, workers have lost some of their bargaining power, leading to lower wage growth and weaker job security. The decline of unions has been particularly detrimental to blue-collar workers who have seen their economic prospects diminish. The outsourcing of jobs to countries with lower labor costs has further eroded the economic stability of many American workers. Manufacturing jobs, in particular, have been outsourced in large numbers, leading to the decline of industries that once provided stable, well-paying jobs. The loss of these jobs has had a ripple effect on communities, leading to economic decline in areas that were once thriving industrial centers. Automation and technological advances, while driving economic growth, have also contributed to job displacement and wage stagnation. As machines and software become capable of performing tasks that were once done by humans, many workers have found themselves out of work or forced to accept lower-paying jobs. The rapid pace of technological change has made it difficult for some workers to adapt, leading to a skills gap that further exacerbates economic inequality. Tax policies have also played a role in the increasing wealth gap. Over the past few decades, tax cuts have disproportionately benefited the wealthy, while middle and lower-income Americans have seen less benefit. This has led to a concentration of wealth at the top, while many Americans struggle to make ends meet. The tax system has increasingly favored capital over labor, leading to a situation where those who earn income from investments are taxed at lower rates than those who earn income from work. The financialization of the economy has also contributed to economic inequality. The growth of the financial sector has led to a situation where a larger share of national income is going to capital rather than labor. This has benefited those who own assets, such as stocks and real estate, while workers have seen their share of the economic pie shrink. The focus on short-term profits and shareholder value has also led to cost-cutting measures that have negatively impacted workers, such as layoffs and wage cuts. The decline in public investment in infrastructure and education has further hindered economic mobility. Investment in these areas is crucial for long-term economic growth and for providing individuals with the tools they need to succeed. However, in recent years, public investment has lagged, leading to crumbling infrastructure and an education system that is struggling to meet the needs of students. This lack of investment has made it harder for many Americans to improve their economic prospects. The growing burden of debt is another factor contributing to the financial struggles of many Americans. Household debt, including mortgages, student loans, credit card debt, and auto loans, has reached record levels. High levels of debt can limit individuals' ability to save and invest, making it harder to build wealth over time. The burden of debt is particularly heavy for young people who are starting their adult lives with significant financial obligations. The COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated many of these issues, leading to increased economic hardship for millions of Americans. The pandemic led to widespread job losses, business closures, and economic uncertainty. While some government relief measures helped to cushion the blow, many Americans are still struggling to recover financially. The pandemic also highlighted and deepened existing inequalities, as low-income workers and communities of color were disproportionately affected. The labor market has also become more polarized, with a growing divide between high-paying and low-paying jobs. Middle-class jobs that once provided a stable income and benefits have become scarcer, leading to a hollowing out of the middle class. This polarization has made it harder for many Americans to find good-paying jobs, leading to increased financial insecurity and a growing sense of economic disillusionment. Economic mobility, once a hallmark of the American dream, has also declined. Research shows that it is now harder for individuals to move up the economic ladder than it was in the past. This is due in part to the growing gap between the rich and the poor, as well as the increasing importance of education and skills in the labor market. For many Americans, the barriers to economic mobility are becoming insurmountable. The concentration of wealth and power in the hands of a few has also had significant social and political implications. As the wealthy have gained more influence, they have been able to shape policies that further entrench their position, leading to a cycle of increasing inequality. This has eroded trust in institutions and contributed to a sense of disillusionment with the political system. Many Americans feel that the system is rigged in favor of the wealthy, and that their voices are not being heard. The rise of precarious work, characterized by low wages, insecure employment, and limited benefits, has further contributed to economic insecurity. Many workers are now employed in jobs that do not provide a stable income or other benefits necessary to support a family. This has led to a growing number of working poor, individuals who are employed but still live in poverty. The rise of precarious work has also contributed to a sense of economic anxiety, as workers are unsure of their financial future. The erosion of community and social ties has also played a role in the economic struggles of many Americans. As economic pressures have increased, social cohesion has weakened, leading to a decline in the support networks that once provided a safety net for individuals and families. This has made it harder for people to weather economic shocks and has contributed to a sense of isolation and despair. Finally, the psychological impact of economic insecurity cannot be overstated. The constant stress of financial instability can have serious effects on mental and physical health. Many Americans are struggling with anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues as a result of their financial situation. This, in turn, can lead to a cycle of economic hardship, as mental health issues can make it harder to work, save, and plan for the future. In conclusion, the assertion that Americans are getting poorer is supported by a wide range of economic and social trends. Wage stagnation, rising living costs, increasing debt, and the erosion of the social safety net have all contributed to the financial struggles of many Americans. While some have benefited from economic growth, a significant portion of the population has been left behind, leading to growing inequality and a sense of economic insecurity. Addressing these issues will require a concerted effort to create a more equitable economy that provides opportunities for all Americans to thrive. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to smash that subscribe, like, and notification bell for more global finance uncovered.